Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. Today I have myself, Captain Coop, and we have our wonderful talent, Major McFarland.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, guys. And welcome, Dakota. Fantastic you got first. He who should not be named is here. Welcome back. Good to see you. You're going to ruin this for me.
I keep meaning to ask you who some of these people are.
I
know who most of them are.
You should know most of them. There's a couple of them you don't, and I'm going to leave it a mystery for you.
Probably.
Because it's funny.
It's funny.
So we're going to talk a little bit about football again, just because we want to clarify a little bit more on the Super Bowl and how the Chiefs did. And
back-to-back
have
champs.
a little chat about that. And then we're going to talk about what it means for us as a company and potentially what it means for us individually. So go Chiefs. Congratulations. This is back-to-back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Super Bowl champs back-to-back. Congratulations.
Third
go Chiefs.
one.
Yay.
I think it's 3 in the last 5.
Yeah.
We've been 4 out of the last 5 Super Bowls, I believe. And we lost, obviously, the one to
Beatty,
Mr.
welcome.
Brady. But someone could fact-check that for me.
But yeah, so then back-to-back, that's awesome. Congratulations, guys, on that win. I'm going to be honest. I tried to impress McFarland with a little bit of that I paid attention to, and he just completely brushed over it like it was normal. So,
Well, you said you were angry at Mahomes. I was like...
I wasn't angry at Mahomes.
That's what you said. You said that.
I was angry at the play he did.
Yeah, but it got us a first down.
Yes.
And then I think the ensuing next play, we scored with McCall.
It wasn't the next one. It was the two plays after that because it was down to the last 5 seconds. So that play... So the play that I thought was real, that frustrated me, was his quarterback sneak in that overtime. Where
but we needed it.
I don't disagree.
So that should make you happy.
I have mixed feelings on the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, now we have to go.
I'm happy I'm happy that the Chiefs won. Absolutely, because I live in the Kansas City area, and it's great that they won.
Yeah, actually, you're a Kansas resident, so you can't be a Kansas City Chiefs fan. That's Missouri side.
I don't
just the rules.
Pay enough attention to it.
It's just the rules.
Who would I be a fan of then?
I don't know. Nobody. Because Kansas doesn't have a professional team.
And I'm good with it.
That's why I used to be a Broncos fan when I lived in...
I used to root for the Broncos just to piss off my mom.
I've had a very annoying day, Connor. Very annoying day.
But yeah, so that little quarterback sneak he did in the overtime where it looked like he was about to get absolutely destroyed, and then he just peeked his way around everybody and slid into the first down. And it was a pretty cool move. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I was
really
impressed
that you had that terminology down. That was good.
I actually had to pay attention for it too because I was not going to get it. There was the one, the tackle. I can't remember where they lost the yardage. That looked like it hurt a whole lot more than it did. I'm assuming because he stood right back up afterwards.
There was one where Pacheco got hammered on pretty good. Yeah,
they slid him back. He went forward and then they caught him and slung him back 3 or 4 yards. So he was like a yard in front of the starting line.
Yes.
And then he got pushed back, I think it was 4 yards behind it. And the way he got hit, it looked like he'd be down for him a little bit longer than he was, but he popped right back up. And I'm like, how do you do that? Right. It's like, you do that to me, I'd be laying on the ground, oh,
those guys take a lot of beating.
Off.
Yeah, they do. There was actually McCaffrey, the running back for San Francisco, earlier in the season had some short or something, some video, or I don't know if they're doing a documentary on him or something, but he was at home with his wife. And he was kind of in just shorts and he might not even had a shirt on, but he was just bruises everywhere.
Oh yeah,
those running backs take a beating.
I couldn't imagine that.
It'd be
like an MMA fighter, dude. Seeing him 2 or 3 days after the fight.
Yeah, it's a lot. There was some really cool info that I read. I should have kept it. It's probably out in the ethos now, but it's basically a list of all the adversity that the Chiefs had this year. They had, I think, weeks 12 through 17 or whatever were short weeks, so they weren't the normal Sunday to Sunday. We were playing on a shortened schedule, so that means less time for your body to heal, less time to practice. And so there was just a lot stacked against us throughout the season that it was going to be very difficult for us to win the Super Bowl, but we did. So a little more satisfying victory when you know that you had some odds stacked against you. But and I think that's Lavi's wife. Very, very good point. Butker kicked a 57-yard field goal. That's it's no easy feat. It is in a dome, but still, that's
still pretty good feat there.
That's a lot of leg. Yeah.
I will say there was one. There was What
Jacob
was it?
runs like he bites people. For some reason on the phone, it always has this little heart emoji, so I can't read
shows it
the
here.
latest. Yeah, but it covers up half the text. It makes no
does
sense.
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Covers up a section of it. So,
But
yeah.
No, I mean, it was a really good game. There was a moment in the OT where I thought the Chiefs, it was over for them because when they got the return from the 49ers and they got the return from them, and then it was, I guess I misunderstood the rules, but if they got the ball and they continued from the first, if they got stopped at the first down, I thought it was supposed to end the game because that would be it, but it went from the first to the fourth down.
So, yeah.
I guess I misunderstood how that works because my understanding, based off the very limited knowledge I have, but based off what the announcer said, is if they got the ball for return, obviously, because they had, that was part of what it was. But my understanding is if they got stopped once they took that first play at the first, it was over. But it went from the first to the fourth. So would you be willing to explain that to me? Because I don't understand that one.
So that's the way that the downs progress is first through fourth. But in overtime, basically, just to kind of sum it up, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, they've changed the rules a little bit. But if you go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets one chance, one possession, which could be 10 plays. It could be, 0 or 1 play and it gets intercepted, or or they fumble it and the other team recovers. Then it's over at that point. But if you score a touchdown, the other team doesn't get any more opportunity. Field goal, the other team gets one chance.
Right, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
But what confused me is and the announcer said it was a new rule that was enacted this year, I guess. But it was if they did the field goal for the kick for the 22-19, and then the Chiefs got the ball. And they had that first down right there, and then the announcer said it was a brand new rule that was made. But if they get stopped after that first, so if they take the hit and they run, if they get stopped, that's game.
Yeah,
but it went from the first down automatically to the fourth.
Yeah, well,
and that's where I'm lost.
Yeah,
on that.
it's going to. Tomahawk chop is good, man. I guess I'd have to see what you're talking about. I don't remember that happening that way, I guess. Basically, we had one last opportunity, and so when we converted on fourth, that then begins another set of downs.
Right. I get that part. I understand how that works.
So if we go from first to fourth down, that means we just had 3 plays where we didn't convert, basically.
No, it was automatic.
I see if you can find it and show it to me.
Okay.
And then I'll explain it better.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, because that's what caught me off guard. Because I remember the announcer saying that if they don't successfully get that on that play, it was over. And then it went from first to fourth down. And I was like, wait, what just happened? And I was like, I'm so confused. I don't understand. And I remember him saying it was a brand new rule. And I was like, no wonder I don't understand.
Yeah, if you can find where that's talked about, I'll probably be able to explain it. Because I'm just not remembering that part.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. Show you later so you can explain it to me.
Of course. So what's the fresh hell? What fresh hell are you putting us through this year?
Coverage wise.
Oh.
So you guys will be receiving, due to obviously the win, we've got the parade that we're assisting in. Those of you who are not working now due to your post being closed, you will be reached out to about what positions we now have available due to the parade. And you will be made notified of what those are and what they entail. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail because, one, I don't want to on a live platform where all that information is out to public because it's not needed. But two, I just want to what I wanted to say is what changes for us is that since we're assisting with the parade coverage at some of our bigger sites where that stuff is either going to end or be a part of, it adds the additional coverage. So for those of you who have clients that close due to the parade where their staff wants to go enjoy it, and so they've given that to their staff, we are still working. So we will just move you guys from the normal posts that you cover to the additional coverage that we now have at those bigger sites that have that coverage. So keep an eye on your schedule. Wait for the communication. That will all come out to those who need it addresses. So just keep your ears open for that. And if you have any questions when we reach out to you, just ask us and we'll get you all straightened out and make sure that everything's correct for you. But obviously with the parade coverage, that adds additional coverage, or parade, it adds additional coverage for us. So keep your eyes open. If you are not working and you're interested in working, please reach out to us and let us know. We could always use the additional help. Even if it's a normal work day and you just want some overtime, just reach out to us and let us know because we're always going to be willing to help you out with that. And we always appreciate the extra.
That's already being worked on. Whoever is it Easy Death? Gosh, I need to get glasses. And Brian, I wish I could hit the heart button, but this is my work phone because it's bigger so I can read it, and I don't get made fun of for doing this on my personal phone.
There you go.
So I do not have a I do not have. Yeah, I'm not signed in. I can't comment. Oh, I guess yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if I can sign in on 2 different platforms.
You can have your account on both.
Because it asked me to verify, so I don't know. It just seems like a hassle.
Do I need to walk you through it?
No.
Okay.
No, I just like to usually say it's not.
So
not
who?
doable.
So who do you think the MVP should be? Let me ask you that.
I mean,
Because you're more in sports than I am, so you might have a better idea. Come on, there's got to be somebody.
I mean, butt kicker would be a good one, but I mean, really, it ultimately probably should be Pat.
Why?
He made some really good plays.
But he also had his first interception in 7 games. Oh, I bet you didn't expect that from me.
That is good. You did some homework.
I wanted to impress you today.
Yeah, no, I'm very impressed. Like I said, that first sentence or the first thing you said when you sat down, it was, I was frustrated with Pat Mahomes. I was like, wow, he watched the game. But
so there was I did what Leon had me do when we were in St. Louis. I checked the game in the second inning, and then I walked away from it. And in the second inning, when I checked it, it was 10-0.
Second quarter. Innings baseball.
Sorry.
That's all
quarter.
right.
I'm trying
Hey,
here.
you're doing well.
I had some impressive stuff in the beginning, and then kind of just trailed off after that.
Right.
So I did the same thing that Leon had me do. Is I checked up on the second quarter, and it was 10-0, and I walked away from it. I was like, I'm not looking at this ever again. And then my phone buzzed. I was relaxing at home, and my phone buzzed, and I looked down, and it said overtime, and I was like, oh. And so I opened it, and I saw that it was 19-19, and I was like, I got to find a place to watch the overtime. Yep. I have to. And so I did, and when I saw it go to 22-19, I was like, well, that's it. And then I was like, well, there's still 10 minutes left or something like that. I was like, anything's possible in 10 minutes, so let's watch.
Yep. Yeah, no, and somebody had said it earlier, so it was pretty boring up until overtime. It kind of, I mean, this is Super Bowl, so it's engaging, but yeah, we were kind of stagnant and weren't really doing much, but we turned it on at the end, and that's why I'd say probably Mahomes, because he extended that one play, and then in that possession, single-handedly ran down, and
he didn't.
Look at that.
That little slide was like what? Oh, a little slide was like what? 10 yards that he did to get that first down.
It was like 20, I think.
I will say there was one that I actually had a question on. You might remember it, and like I said, I only watched the overtime section of this.
Right.
So everything I know is all in the overtime. But there was a flag called on holding on the Chiefs, and I didn't understand it.
There was a couple questionable calls. One of them in particular, I'm trying to remember which one it was. I remember I was like, "There's no way."
Well, then there was one I thought was holding, but never got called on the Niners.
Yeah, when Connor was here last week, he made a good point. I mean, it's an old saying that there's holding on every play, and I mean, there's some truth to that. But there was one I freaking can't remember. My brain is not as good as it used to be. Pause it.
There we go. Yeah.
For some reason, there was one, and I was like, because people, so Chief haters. I mean, we're when we started getting good 5 or 6 years ago, everybody was rooting for us because it's a Midwest nice good team, and we've been bad for so many years, and now we're kind of becoming hated because of how good we are. And to put into context, like, you obviously know who Tom Brady is, right? Yeah, and so like, he's perfect. He's in great shape, and well, he did have a wife. I think they split up, or I forgot that they split up, but he just had your perfect picture perfect life. If he's a quarterback, he's got a supermodel for a wife, and it's just like everybody wants to be that guy, but secretly, or everybody wants to hate on that guy, but secretly everybody wants to be that guy.
Right.
And that's kind of what we're becoming in the Chiefs is we just always win, back-to-back champs. And I think, like I said earlier, I think we've been 4 out of the last 5 Super Bowls, so it's like people are getting tired of us. Yeah, it's so.
But at the same time, they're putting in the hard work to get there.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it's not like it's
not easy
being handed to them. But to kind of circle back to what I was saying is, people say the Chiefs get a lot of breaks from the refs, and we get all these calls and stuff. And there was one play last night. I'll probably watch it again here in the next couple of days, or at least watch highlights. And there's one play where I was like, there was just a bullshit penalty. Yeah, and I was like, you literally can't say we get the calls when we got basically screwed over.
There was one by the 49ers they tackled. I think it was, is it Pachenko?
Mm-hmm.
They went to tackle him, and he wound up grabbing him like mid waist, and he slid down to his knees, and it looked like he tripped him. And I was like, wouldn't that be holding? But it wasn't called. And I was like,
there's like,
and so
actually, I mean, maybe it was the horse collar, which the horse collar is where you grab somebody by the back of the pads. It's kind of an
this was like
indefensible-
mid-level. This was like
Yeah.
right here above right where the belly button normally would be.
The one I'm thinking of that was when he fumbled, and
Talk
I
about
saw that was going to happen.
crazy. That
I actually called that one,
Where
or the
he-
one prior.
where he grabbed. I don't remember who. I think it was. I don't remember which team it was. But he had the ball like this. He brought it in, and then I don't think. And again, limited knowledge of football.
Right.
I didn't think he had possession of it, but he went down, and I guess both feet technically were touching, and it bounced out of his hands. I thought that would count as a lost possession, but it
It
didn't.
just depends. So like,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
dude, there's so many of those I'm trying
Okay.
to remember, but yeah, there's.
Well, if it makes me feel better, it's only
Yeah.
in the overtime because that's the only one I watched. So.
I'd have to see it more specifically, but yeah, no.
Okay. I'll see if
Yeah.
I can find the clips and show you. Maybe you can walk me through a little bit more of it then.
Yeah, we could like break them down on here too. That'd be kind of funny. Just we could really could. You could pull it up on the screen and we could.
I don't know if I can.
Always wanted to do that. No, we don't have to do it now.
Okay.
But yeah. So other than that, guys, we've got the parade this week. So reach out if you want to offer some additional resources. Like I said last time, we will make sure you're taken care of financially for that. So, yeah,
On that,
go Chiefs, and we'll go to the weather.
we'll hop into the weather. So what we're looking at for now: Tuesday, 60 degrees and sunny. Wednesday is 62, mostly sunny. We got Thursday, 48, partly cloudy, with Friday at 40 with some rain in the morning. Saturday, we're looking at 41 and sunny. Sunday is 52, and Monday is 55 with Tuesday at 60. So getting back into those somewhat moderate temperatures until Friday with the rain there. So keep that in mind when you're getting ready to go outside or go to your post. Dress accordingly to the weather and make sure you're taken care of. But other than that, guys, we'll let you get back to it, enjoying your days. We appreciate everything you guys do. It allows us to continue to do stuff like this and make fun of ourselves, and for me to make myself look like a fool sometimes when I talk about football. So we will let you guys get back to it. Don't forget, hydration is key. Hydration is the day before, not the day of. Thank you guys so much. It was a phenomenal game.
Phenomenal game.
So we appreciate it,
Back-to-back
guys. Go
champs.
Chiefs. Congratulations. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
Take
Thanks,
care,
guys.
guys.